take a moment of silence for the women who aren't past the male gaze. Our hearts are going out to you, ladies. May you be held in the arms of an angel.
Sarah McLachlan felt right.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to our second episode of the Smiling Faces podcast.
Woo woo! We're back, baby!
Did you miss us?
You should have.
So I'm Jess and
And I'm Victoria Dunn.
And we're here to talk to you about the latest and greatest in dating, breakups,
revenge,
with a rolled R. That's for those of you who are dating in the Hispanic world.
Yes. All LatinX are welcome in the dating world. I will say, actually, to go almost to dive right in, dated a few Latinx men, very passionate.
Listen, they're my favorite to date, if I may say so.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to love you more.
Right. You'll never question, is he into me? You'll know. Yeah, because it's beautiful.
If he's not there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will say this as someone who has recently discovered attachment styles.
Yes.
Because I was talking to someone and I was complaining and a friend asked me, well, what's your attachment style? And I was like, what's that? And so immediately I started looking it up. Turns out she's an anxious attachment style.
Welcome.
So with that being said, knowing that I am that, one of the big triggers is not knowing whether someone is actually into you or if they change their energy from different days or different weeks. And you don't get that from a Latinx man.
You know exactly where you stand.
Yes.
I would say it's similar to like your very strong-minded, strongly worded best friend who's telling you exactly how bad you look in that new eyeshadow. Which never happens to me.
Me either. No. I know exactly what I am doing with eye makeup.
Can I tell you a little segue? I went to, I'm about to drop some really sexy bombs here. I went to an Emmy party.
Ooh,
yeah,
flex.
No, she did. And I was really excited. I put some wings on, little cat eye situation.
Oh.
And we know what happened. In the mirror, looking at myself, having a grand time. And those wings got longer and longer. She went too far.
Oh, no.
She did.
Was that a smiling faces moment?
Which brings us to our favorite new topic. We're so excited to introduce you to one of our new segments called A Smiling Faces Moment.
Yes. So is that one of those moments for you where you're like, I gotta just ride this out and make this work?
I boldly went where every woman I know has been before. I showed up to that party with giant, long ass cat eyes.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
I try so hard. Me and eyeliner are not friends.
Oh.
Every time I try and do like a little extra something, it smudges almost immediately. Like I'll draw it on at the house. By the time I am at my destination, it has dripped and it is gone.
It's gone.
I don't get it.
Not to mention, if you are a woman of a certain age, I know the skin is glowing under the ring light, but let's be honest here. If you're cat eyeing it, and ladies, you know what I'm talking about, you have to hold it. You have to hold it open until it dries because them wrinkles are going to smudge.
They're going to suck it up so fast.
And what do? You grin and bear it. And
exactly.
That's how I spent the entire Emmy party. I looked everyone in the eye and was like, what?
I dare you to say something.
Listen, I was watching a video the other day about a woman who was celebrating being past the age of the male gaze.
Yes, what an honor.
Can we just take a moment of silence for the women who aren't past the male gaze? Our hearts are going out to you, ladies. May you be held in the arms of an angel.
Sarah McLachlan felt right. Because there was even, was it slightly maybe controversial? I don't know. But Amy Schumer's show did a sketch years ago about when a woman, like a female actress, like ages out and is no longer the sexy ingenue and then becomes like the mother.
I know this sketch with it had like Julia Louis-Dreyfus in it and several other incredible talented actors.
It was so good. And she's like, no, you're now just a mom.
That's it.
It is fantastic.
And can I speak for those of us who are childless? We're just
out here.
Just out here.
Which it's odd because I gotta say, as an actress, it's so weird because I'm fully aware. I'm like mid to late 30s. And the amount of a tightness in my chest I get when I get auditions and they're saying, you're going to play the mom. I'm like, Mom! And mind you, the age range for the character is literally my age range and I get offended. It's genuinely how old I am.
It's not because it says mom. It's because it doesn't say young mom in front of it.
Yes, it's just mom. Hard
Rude.
stop.
Rude.
It stings.
Yeah. Although I will say this, rolling into 40, which is how old what am I doing? This is not going to work. I can't be putting my hand down my shirt.
Sure can't. Sure can't.
That's why I put the post-it up. Anyway, so rolling into 40 and joyfully celebrating being outside of the male gaze I'm thrilled. I'm happy to no longer be considered young anything.
Wow.
Yeah, although I'm being told by people who are older than me, you're still young. You're still young.
And I think it is about perspective, though, because one, it's the mentality of it. So many of my friends back home are in the trenches, married with gaggles of children. And they say over and over again, oh, I'm so old. And I'm like, bitch, speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Don't put that on me.
Yeah. Just you got to be sensitive to your gal pals that are the same age. If you're feeling old and you say you're feeling old, just
don't say we're old. Don't do that to me. No. I'm out in these streets still. Don't put me in the old category.
I'm out in these streets.
I'm outside. Don't call me old.
It's still cold out, and I need that young blood to keep me warm.
Exactly.
Okay, wait a minute. So speaking of smiling faces moments, which we need to be very clear, new segment we're hosting on our podcast. Smiling faces moments is one of those moments where you grin and bear it. And I think you've had one this week.
Have I?
No, well, yes, because...
Are we talking about the, wait, is it the reverse hangmanning?
Wait.
Oh, no, it's not really.
That is a funny moment. No, just talking about this guy who disappeared in your life.
Oh.
Well, he didn't disappear. You gracefully exited stage right.
Yes. There's, essentially, I'll say there is a gent that I was talking to, and he annoyed me because he didn't have any follow through on the things he said he wanted. I was very clear. I'm looking for a real relationship. He said he was also looking for a real relationship and didn't do any of the steps it would take to actually create a foundation for a real relationship. There was no follow through on communication, which is huge for me because lack of communication is a huge trigger for me. Huge. Because every time I've sensed communication being off, usually the rug is pulled out from underneath me. So I'm very sensitive to that.
I want to be very clear with you. Just so you know, that's not a trigger situation. That's just normal. It's just normal to say, hello, is anyone out there? And then if nobody responds and you go, oh, damn, I'm all alone out here in this world. Out in the cold.
Yes.
Out in the goddamn cold again. Ooh, shouldn't say goddamn.
I don't know. As an ex-Catholic, I don't care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that permission.
But he has been disappointing me. And my friend Lindsay gave me an amazing idea that she does when men disappoint her, which is she reverse hangmans them. So
spill this tea.
So you'll put someone in your phone. Also, I never put their real name in my phone because you have to earn your real name to me.
Absolutely.
So I gave him a nickname. He is Hoops. And I have every transgression, I delete a letter from the contact of his name in my phone. He's now down to Ho. So it's not looking good for my boy.
Yeah. I think you could just leave it there. Yeah. I think you could hang that man right there.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it. And I was going to do it where every week thereafter, I was going to delete a letter, but I think I'm good.
Leave him at home.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all have those folks in our phone. It's the don'ts. It's the don't answers.
Love a don't answer.
Yeah.
God.
Nope. I got a nope in my phone. Mm-hmm. Just a reminder. We don't, when you meet that person and you're out there, you're putting yourself out there and then you realize they're a don't. and you realize
once you have to switch them to a don't, they're already dead in the water.
Dead.
If you got to warn yourself not to answer the phone, that's not your king anymore.
And here's the thing. Some of them you just delete their number and that's fine because you're pretty sure you're not going to hear from them. But the don'ts, you save that number.
You have to save that to remind yourself this is not, you've been scorned so many times by this one individual and you need a reminder. Because I think what's happening is you probably have a flashback to maybe like what the D was like. And you're like, wow, he put it down. But usually the trash ones are the ones that really lay it down well.
I have an idea. I think we should be collecting a list of all those phone numbers that you guys have out there under the don'ts and don't answers and do not call and put it down, girlfriends. And we'll have ourselves
a phone book.
And it'll be dual resource. One, it'll be a great resource for good dick.
Yes.
And two, it'll be a great resource for stop trying to marry these fuckers.
Yes. They're literally the kind of guy that is a catch and release of a fish kind of person. Yeah. You bring them in, you do what you need to do, and you release them back to sea. But they're not someone that as a vegan, whatever, but they're not the kind of man that you mount on your wall and they're like, look at the bass I caught. That's not the one. It's not.
I think we'll start this spreadsheet.
Yeah.
We'll share it. We'll gather up all those numbers, ladies, and let us know all your don'ts. No names needed.
No.
Just that nickname. Do not call.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe if you can give a light description physically of what, yeah.
Excellent.
So we at least know what we're getting into because you don't want like a gargoyle to come up to you at the coffee shop to start this process when you're just like wanting a cutie moments.
Keep an eye out. Like look out for your gal pals out here and send us all your hot, good dick, don't call these people back numbers. Unless they were such monsters
that we have a different idea. And maybe we pivot and find some other avenue of like, these are the ones you just rip their heart out.
Revenge.
Yeah.
That's the whole topic. Then we're gonna brainstorm some excellent revenge ideas.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us today.
I think that's perfect.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, that's Smiling Faces, the podcast, and we're so excited that you're here. Please follow us.
Yes, we are on Instagram at smilingfaces_series, TikTok, smilingfaces_series, our website, smilingfacesseries.com, and we are on Facebook, Smiling Faces Series after just facebook.com. Yeah.